Hello and a warm welcome to When Sunday Comes. The MGB SFL is underway with 29 teams battling it out for glory across 3 divisions. We have action from 2 of the top games from the weekend, as well as a little treat for you later on. Joining me to review the action is football analyst David Kurtzer and former West Ham United ladies winger Samantha Miller. Where better to start than at Wembley, where North London Raiders A took on Oakwood A. Bring on the champions. It was Oakwood who scored the first goal with Carl Bentwood, their big match player, converting. David, your thoughts on the goal?
Well, at the end of the match, the Oakwood manager actually said that he thought that this goal should have been disallowed because of a push, as you've seen, just before he takes the shot. And I think I actually do agree with him. I think the ref was a little bit too lenient in this situation, and I think that it should have been a foul and the goal should have been disallowed.
Samantha, would you agree with that?
I personally don't think it was a foul, and I think the referee made the right decision.
So here's Oakwood's second goal with David Warman doing some excellent work down the right wing, and unfortunate Raiders captain David Rhodes converting past Andy Zeidman.
Yeah, the ball was played over the top for David Warman. I think he's the player that really impressed me this game. He's got onto the end of it, gone to the byline and crossed it in, and he's put in the perfect delivery. And you know, with those deliveries, it's more of who can get on the end of it. And it was unfortunate it was an own goal, but either way, I think Oakwood could have got a player on the end of it if it hadn't have come off the Raiders player.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's very little that could be done in that sense. I think either way there would have been a player getting on the end of it, and I think it was just unfortunate there was an own goal in the end.
So 2-0 became 3-0, although there was a little bit of controversy. Raiders felt they were hard done by as captain David Rhodes, the man at the centre of the action once more. He went down with a head injury, but the referee played on. There was an excellent cross that was converted by Daniel Seligman for the third and killer goal, really. David, what do you think about that one?
Yeah, once again, I think this probably should not have been allowed. Daniel Saffron again had something to say after the match, and he thought that play should have been stopped beforehand because of the injury to David Rhodes, and I think I'd have to agree with him there.
Samantha, head injuries at this level of football, you see some given, but not always. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I have to agree with David there. I think head injury is vital, that you need to stop the play. And yeah, they've capitalised on it, but realistically the game should have been stopped then.
So the game was lost, but Raiders didn't give up, and they were awarded a penalty late on. Another shove. David Dinkin doesn't miss too many penalties. He scored one in the cup final at Wingate and Finchley last year. And he tucks it calmly past Dean Kaplan's right hand. David, nice penalty. You happy with that one?
Yeah, I think it was a great penalty. And once again, I think the referee did get this one right in the end. It was similar to the goal in the first goal, but it was the other way around. I think this time the referee got it right, and I think there was a clear shoulder barge and a push in the area. And that's a stonewall penalty for me.
And Samantha, is that how you like to see penalties taken?
Yeah, I've scored a fair few myself, and you know, you've got to be precise in where you put it. He's found the spot, put it in the bottom corner, and he's buried it. And it's a consolation goal at the end of the day, but very well taken. And as you said, he doesn't really miss, does he?
So it finished 3-1 to Oakwood, and here are the managers reviewing the game.
3-1 win. Does that put a statement down to the league that you are here to stay as champions?
I would say so. I mean, other than the first 15-20 minutes where we were just settling down, we completely dominated the game. they may point to decisions or whatever, but I feel we could have won 2 or 3 games with the chances we had, and to not get the clean sheet at the end is a little bit disappointing. But from our point of view, we were outstanding. Certain individuals, brilliant. First game of the season, absolutely brilliant win. Against a team that will definitely be up there in the end. Yeah, very impressed.
Is there any other teams that you fear this season?
We always feel Redbridge and Hendon will be up there. Lions, you never know what they're going to do. So we feel it's a good league this year. So to get off to a start and have Raiders away, out the way already, having so comprehensively beaten them, is a big plus.
It's a tough start to the season here, and coming here at any time is difficult. We've had a few players missing, but despite that today, we were comfortable from the first minute. We attacked it, and we know that the teams are going to be trying to shoot us down this season, and that's what we want. And the boys stepped up today, and it was a pretty comprehensive, comfortable win.
Thank you very much.
Our second match features Division 1 new boys Temple Fortune against Los Blancos. Temple Fortune were one of the success stories last season, with new manager Simon Linden taking the club to another level. They finished runners-up in Division 2, and he bolstered the squad with some great signings. Let's see how they fared against an established Division 1 team. So it was Blancos who scored the first goal, with Joe Davis, who had a very busy weekend, I'm led to believe, tapping over the line. David, was that a fair goal in the balance of play?
Yeah, I think it was. I think the opening 20 minutes or so, I think Blancos were very much in control. And I think they had some very good opportunities, and I think it was deserved to go 1-0 in front. I think it was a very good corner from Elliot Maslawi and an easy nodding from Joe Davis.
Samantha, do you think the man on the near post could have done a bit more there?
It's a difficult one from set pieces. Zonal marking's not the best way forward, I think. He could have probably picked up his man better, but as you were saying, perfect delivery from Elliot there, and those ones are hard to stop, and it's obviously something they've practiced in training, and it was a great first goal.
Eshad Rahib equalised for Temple Fortune with a very well taken goal, showing great footwork and close control in the penalty area. Samantha?
Impressive footwork from Rahib there. Yeah, really, some really nice play. He's taken on a few defenders there, gone around them, very quick feet, and really hard for the defenders to deal with that one, and it's a nice finish as well.
David, anything to add on that one?
Yeah, I think Rabstein, the keeper for Blancos, I think he got forward a little bit too early and went to the ground a little too early and made it a bit of an easier finish for Rahib. But overall, I think it was a very composed finish.
Blancos regained the lead through Joe Davis, absolute thunderbolt from outside the area. Samantha, you happy with that strike?
Extremely happy. I mean, if you scored one of those, you would be, wouldn't you? Very, very impressive once again. He's gone through players with ease and an absolute rocket of a shot.
Yeah, I think had brilliant feet there from Davis, moving in between a few players, and then what a finish. What an absolute beautiful strike from Joe Davis. He then was able to celebrate that night with an engagement party, his own engagement party.
And no chance for Lee Fegan in the Temple Fortune goal.
You're not stopping those ones. It was a brilliant finish, as we said, and one to be proud of.
(2-1), the next goal is crucial, obviously. Lee Fegan, maybe a misunderstanding with his right back there, but he put him into trouble, and Simon Moses capitalised with a lovely finish in off the post.
Risky business there. Bit of tiki-taka style football going on. Pep Guardiola wouldn't be proud of that one, and yeah, he's passed it out to the defender, and it's just a bit of a risk because you've got players closing you down and applying pressure quickly. So, if you're going to pass it out from the back, you've got to be sure that the attackers aren't pouncing on you, or you're going to give away a sloppy goal like that, and I think they'll be disappointed with that one.
Yeah, I think they shot themselves in the foot in that case. But Simon Moses did brilliantly to take it off him, and then with a composed finish into the corner to give them that 2-goal advantage.
And I've heard a lot about Moses. Hopefully this will be a season in Los Blancos. By the look of it, they're going to do really well. Into the second half, and Hayden Smith pulled Temple Fortune back into the game with a deflected effort. David, was that a game changer for you?
It could have been, but I don't think it was in the end. I think Los Blancos composed themselves very well and they got back into their stride and deservedly took the lead again later on. But in that instance, I think Doffman was caught out a little bit at the back, just like with the third goal. And I think it was unfortunate when in the deflection going over the keeper. But yeah, I think it was a very undeserved goal, but a very fortunate one as well.
And your pal, Mr. Repstein, had no chance with that one?
No chance with that one, no. It went straight over his head.
I think Doffman will learn from that one. You know, you get it at the back in the first instance, you need to clear your lines or get rid of it or pass it off to a player, but I think he panicked a bit, tried to dribble his way out of trouble, and he's turned the wrong way, and you know, they've capitalised on his errors.
A brilliant fourth goal for Los Blancos, scored by Zvi Friedman. Temple Fortune looked like they were coming back into the game, but I think with that great goal, their chances are ended. Samantha, your thoughts on that finish?
Superb finish. Couldn't put it much better myself. Yeah, really well taken goal, right in the bottom corner. Keeper had no chance of saving that one, and you know, that's an absolute superb effort.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. I think Zvi Friedman was a brilliant strike from him, right in the corner of the goal. And I think that was the least they deserved after they conceded the second goal.
From a great angle as well, you know, those angles aren't easy to score from, and he's made it look easy.
And it was Friedman again who scored Los Blancos' fifth and final goal with a lovely little lob over Fegin. Really the icing on the cake, David?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it was a great build-up play as well, as you see. Defender getting nutmegged and then pulling it back to Zvi Friedman, who dinks it over the keeper with ease. It was a wonderful finish.
Samantha, do you think, having seen the 5 goals, Temple Fortune, their manager Simon Linden, what will he be saying to them after the game ahead of next week?
5 impressive goals, you know, goals that have been hard to defend against. I mean, in this game you see, again, a lot of errors defensively. I think teams in this league are going to be having to tighten up their defences and cut down on the mistakes, but that's something they can work on throughout the season. But the finishes we've seen have been absolutely superb. The last one there, the most impressive thing about it was the link-up play and the build-up play leading to the goal. And yeah, some really impressive displays, as I said earlier. And you know, manager at the end of the day will be pleased with how his team finished.
And we've talked a little bit about grass against 3G at this level. Do you think defending's a finer art on 3G or grass?
I think it's more difficult to defend on 3G, the way the ball runs smoothly and quickly. The ball runs so quickly it's hard to intercept, and especially with slide tackles, defenders won't really particularly like playing on 3G. As I said, yeah, much harder to defend against, but for a striker, I think 3G is the way forward, and I think they'll be relishing the chance to play on the 3G pitches with the way the ball runs.
Credit to Temple Fortune, they didn't give up, and Hayden Smith scored a beautiful lofted effort from outside the box. David?
Yeah, so another one of those which was very difficult for the keeper to save. I think no one really expected him to shoot from there, and the fact that he did, he has huge confidence in himself, and I think the keeper, I don't think the keeper had any chance of saving that one. It was a brilliant effort.
Yeah, I mean, Hayden Smith, not only did he have the confidence to score a goal like that, but also it's given the team confidence. You know, even when you're losing, to score a goal like that can just lift the spirits and give them a much better chance of getting themselves back in the game and scoring more goals like that. I think he'll be really happy with that one.
So David, those are our 2 games this week. Plenty of goals and possibly some improvement from the defenders going forward.
Yeah, I think overall, I think the quality was okay. I think considering it's the beginning of the season, first game of the season, you'll see there's a lot of rustiness. But I think there was enough quality to be excited for the rest of the season. And let's hope that some of the defensive areas will be improved on as well throughout the season. But I'm definitely looking forward to the rest of the season, to be covering more matches every other week. Yeah, looking forward to that.
So, Samantha, to what extent do you think the losing teams were architects of their own downfall?
You could say that. I think to quite a high extent you saw the defensive errors that could have been cut back. But they've happened now, so all they need to do is learn from them, something to go and work on in the training ground. Attacking wise, you can't fault any of the teams. Some of those goals were unstoppable. You look at the footwork, some of the players, and it was really, a great value to their teams. And they've got some great assets. David Woolman cutting it to the byline and putting in an inch-perfect cross. Makes it a real struggle for defenders to defend against that. So, yeah, the defences could be more compact, more tight, and mark their players better and pick them up to stop those goals. But at the end of the day, the attacking threats were just phenomenal. And yeah, some of the defenders will go away and think about some of the mistakes they made, but at the end of the day, that's football, and you just got to, as I said, learn from it.
So, first 2 matches done for us, 12 goals. You can't say we don't spoil you here.
In this episode of When Sunday Comes, we'll be bringing to you a crossbar challenge from Hendon United, and the next following episodes will be a different team. Let's see how they got on.
To the Adre centre mid, demoted to right back.
Bobby fella, striker.
Hey,
Whoa,
hey, hey.
I know. We'll let you all go back to this, striker.
Morty Weiler, left back.
Harvey Coleman, still with Maestro. Josh Harris, centre forward.
So, well done, Hendon United. It had to be that man, Dobby Fella, who our first winner of hitting the crossbar. And if anyone can be that celebration, I'll get them a cream cheese bagel. Other highlights on match day 2 of the season included a hat-trick for Rhys McGillner of Brady Maccabi in the 4-1 win over Camden Park in the Premier Division, and also 3 goals from Avishai Marcos of Faithfold A, who look a real force, having merged with RC UKFC. So very early days for the MGB SFL league tables, but Hendon United Sports finished the weekend top on goal difference ahead of Oakwood and also Brady Maccabi. Faithfold A head Division 1 along with Los Blancos. And in Division 2, favourites Fairlop are top by a single point, although they've played a game more than their rivals after their draw against Straw Hat Pirates. I thought you'd like that name. Just before we finish, our champagne moment from this show goes to Lee Fegan, goalkeeper of Temple Fortune A. He may have conceded 5 goals against Los Blancos, but I don't think he could have done much more here. Thank you, Samantha, and thank you, David. I hope you've enjoyed the first show of When Sunday Comes. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks.
And don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below on our YouTube page and use the hashtag WhenSundayComes. We want to hear from you and we want to see your celebrations, goals and skills.